Let's speak Korean. 제86회 손부터 씻으세요.
안녕하세요, hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host, Lisa Kelly, and today is our 86th episode. And today's expression, one that you might hear when you're younger, all right, 손부터 씻으세요. Please wash your hands first. Stephen부터 소개할게요. I'll start by introducing Stephen. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, and this is going to seem a little bit confusing probably to some of you out there. 부터, which you might think 부터까지, you're thinking from somewhere to something else. Well, 부터 is starting with something, and now that we've started with my introduction, we'll also move on to the other two introductions, which are essential.
오케이. 안녕하세요. 저는 네오미입니다.
예, 안녕하세요. 저는 마틴입니다.
And it feels like we're covering the entire globe. We've just, Naomi is from Italy, and Martin is from Germany.
And we've had Malaysia, France,
Yeah, Russia.
Italy. We haven't had Russia
not
yet.
Russia
Or
yet.
maybe next week.
Yes, I'm hoping that we'll pretty much be able to cover all our countries. That'd be very unique and interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were just talking about earlier, Martin, of course, Germany, you drink lots of beer there, right?
Yeah, we used to.
Well, you used to.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, how does...
You stopped? You don't drink much beer in Germany? Is that what you're telling me
the
now?
consumption is decreasing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very dramatic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
how does soju suit you? Soju
Soju.
is the Korean drink.
Yeah.
Right. Do you like it?
It's quite interesting taste.
Interesting taste.
Yeah.
You don't like it. Admit it. You don't
You got
like
me.
it. No, okay.
It's a little strong.
미안합니다.
Yeah. It's a little strong for some people who first try it out.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's go to Let's Do It.
Let's do it. 밥 먹자.
밥을 먹기 전에 손부터 씻으세요.
Okay, the first expression was 밥 먹자. 밥 is rice, but we've mentioned many times before 밥 would mean food because we have rice during every meal. And so it means let's eat.
Yeah.
Here,
So
literally.
you could say 밥 먹자 and then go out for spaghetti.
Right.
Or
It does-
pizza. And just because you say 밥 먹자 does not mean you're going to eat rice.
Right, and it's actually well, these days you hear on TV they go through all the different accents on comedy shows and stuff, and so you hear 밥 먹자, like,
먹자.
yeah, 먹자. All right, and then the answer was okay. 밥 먹기 전에, before you eat, 손부터 씻으세요. Please wash your hands first before you eat. Okay, 손 씻으세요. That means to wash your hands. I feel like I'm in kindergarten again.
밥 먹기 전에, right? When you're doing... Now, what happens here is that 기 turns 먹다 into a noun, just like you would in English, before eating. Okay? So if you were going to say before eating, you would be taking the verb eat and turning it into a noun by adding ing. That's called a gerund for those of you English teachers out there, right? We all know that. So that's what you're doing here. Before eating, 밥 먹기 전에. And 전에 is before. So 밥 먹기 전에 손부터 씻으세요. So the 부터 is, as I mentioned before, like saying first.
First, right. Let's try that first part, okay? 뭐뭐뭐 전에, okay? So I'll give you a sentence and you try to say it in English, okay? Before you sleep, brush your teeth.
잠자기 전에 이빨부터 닦으세요.
All right, here is something very important that we want to keep in mind. When we say teeth, especially when we're referring to human teeth, we want to say 이, okay, not 이빨. And I'm told that we only refer to this to animals when we say 이빨.
Yeah,
Okay?
much more frequently it's used for animals,
Right.
huh? So you don't want to be using that for people.
이빨. Yeah, I almost automatically want to say 이빨 too, but
A lot of
catch
people
yourself
say
before
that.
saying
That's
it.
why. I mean, it's very frequently used all over Korea. So you should be careful though. You just want to say 이.
Okay, so with that in mind, say it one more time.
잠자기 전에 이부터 닦으세요.
Very good. What do you do before you go to bed?
자기 전에 샤워부터 해요.
Good, shower. And that's interesting. You shower before you go to bed too. I do it in the morning. Don't you do it in the morning?
Yeah, I think it's definitely more.
It's a common thing here in Korea to do it. I don't know. I don't want to say when and where you should be showering.
You know, what I hear a lot is 씻고 자, right? Everybody's shower, clean up, and then go to bed. In Korea, in general, I get the feeling people shower at night before they go to bed a lot more, whereas and then in the morning,
right, they just wash their
세수하고
face.
나가요.
Yeah.
They just wash their face and go out. Whereas in America, we usually shower in the morning a lot more, I think.
Actually, I do so too, but it was just an example. For
Okay. All right. And then we have the rest of the sentence, which is 전에 and then 손부터. Okay, start by washing your hands. 손부터 씻으세요. Can you explain that for us?
Yeah, well, I kind of mentioned it before. Really, normally when you go from to, you say 뭐뭐부터, 뭐뭐 어디까지, right? But here, 부터 is going to be to start with something. Do this first. So 손부터 씻으세요. Then we can go eat, right?
All right. And this also we can say separately as well. So you can just tell someone, do this first, or start with this. So Naomi, tell me to wash my face first.
What was
Okay.
clean?
Here's an interesting one. You can say 세수, and that means wash your face. So you don't have to say 얼굴부터 씻으세요, or you don't have to say all of that. You can just say 세수.
세수부터 하세요.
Very good. What do you do before you go to bed? Something else that you do?
과자부터 먹어요.
Snacking before you go to bed.
What is the difference to 먼저?
먼저. That's actually telling someone to do this first. So 부터 is starting. It's more like starting from or beginning from, and 먼저 is first. All right, let's go on to wrap it up.
Wrap it up
with Lisa.
and Steven. 와, 정말 맛있겠다.
먹기 전에 손부터 씻어.
아침에 씻었어.
손 안 씻고 오면 만두 안 줄 거야.
All right, we're learning this sentence structure, which is blank 전에 blank부터 뭐뭐뭐. And so we haven't combined this into one sentence, like our example sentence, which was 밥 먹기 전에 손부터 씻으세요. Before you eat, start by washing your hands. So let's make up a couple of others. Here's a good one for our learners out there. Before you come to class, start with a review, or be sure to review first. Okay, now reviewing in Korean, I want to say English, is 예습. Okay, and then our class would be 수업. So can you slide that into that sentence?
수업하기 전에 예습부터 하세요.
Good, very good. Can you think of something else?
시험 보기 전에 준비부터 하세요.
Wow, very good.
And 예습 is studying ahead, kind
Yes.
of, right? It's like reviewing
ahead of your
ahead of
class.
time. You're looking ahead of what you're going to
What's
do.
the word that I'm looking for in English?
We
though?
don't really have the exact same word. Study ahead.
Preview your
the
lesson. Preview your lesson. Okay. All right. And in our wrap it up, we said 손 안 씻으면 만두 안 줄 거야. What does this mean?
Okay, we have 손 안 씻으면, if you don't wash your hands, 만두 안 줄 거야. We've had a lot of negatives before. I think you guys have figured out 만두 is a kind of food. It's a dumpling. In America, we say
Very
pot
yummy.
stickers a lot, don't we? And if I'm not going to give that to you if you don't wash your hands. And then I said, 아침에 손 씻었어요, which of course is comedy. I could also say 아까 손 씻었어요, which would mean
I did it
I
earlier.
just washed my hands. 아까, a little bit ago, 조금 전에, right? If you're going to talk about the future, we also have two ways of saying 나중에 means later, right? But so does 이따가 or 있다. That also means later, but it means just a little bit later, not to be confused, okay?
And here's another one. 씻을 거예요. I will wash my hands. Okay. And be sure to wash your hands often. I hear that it's how you can prevent yourself from catching a cold, okay? Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. MyNangTV.com.